Story of two valiant souls I bring. Of the lords named Amalur and Creth I sing. Two hearts united against common foes. The thoughts in mind of one the other knows. Lord Creth of Fey Knights most stoic and grave. Lord Amalur's night hand and shadow brave. And genteel Amalur, his equal in might, the dawn to Creth's dusk, the day to his night. Here's the tale of how they stopped a troll. The Maid of Windermere misled its soul. The troll named Nyx had a most troubled heart. In nature it was displeased with its part. It hated its difference from the norm, and wished to shed its current form. In grief it went to the Maid Windermere. She motioned to Nyx and beckoned him near. "It is your wish to be human, I see," she whispered to the troubled troll in glee. "I shall grant you your wish, and..."
I'm afraid you see, his name is Horace Despero. He ventured into the cave. He went into Split Rock Those who venture in are said... I'm with an outfit known as Motus Mining. Surveyors like me, we give so much. No, if possible, I need to find... since he hasn't returned. As I said, Horace may be trapped. Until later then.
And so the troll named Nyx to town it came, never suspecting it was still the same. It crushed the road and split into the wall, and Creth and Aylmer were surely to fall. They faced the troll and fought to no avail. The wise knights knew what was wrong in our tale. The treacherous Maid Windermere at play. We know in part what is wrong with this fay. And so, Lord Aylmer shouted to Lord Creth, "Challenge this troll to a duel to the death." still under the wicked maid's spell, and was human, it thought, and all was well. Rampaged throughout the countryside in joy, and treated everything as its toy. Lord Aylmer slowly approached it and said, "If you are human, deal as such instead. Face us properly, if that is your fate. Duel us, and reveal the truth of your state." Then the troll engaged in battle and fought. Alas, all was not as the troll had thought.
Well done, friend. Here, take the... I was unable to complete the contract, but farewell.
Commissary, got shields here. Help. And hammers and blades. What? That's all?
You call yourself a blacksmith? Well, perhaps.
Here to join, then? You don't look like a patron, all right.
War spawn proud and let the rest.
Hireling. That side's the hilt, and that one's the blade. Don't forget. Say what you... Children keep has long been a sword. Aye, for now. Stay sharp.
If you make it as a hireling.
Hired. If you make it as a hireling.
Greetings.
What's this? Rogue's blood on my boots. Here to join, then. You don't look like a patron.
Welcome. Really, there's no need to stand around and gape. The last poor souls who tried it came to no good, did they? On with you.
On the third year of passage, Tyrion entered Dalantarth. In dark wood and fainy field she strode, until from wandering she was taken to the roots of mighty Velagru's child.
I say, isn't there anything we can do about all this uncivilization in these lands? We have magic and weapons. Should be easy work. But you could fit the bill. I'm part of an expedition to the teeth of Naros. The Cranwins helped found the Order. This is rather base work for one of my stature. But if rumours of this southern land... The Varani woman? Helix seems an ominous name. Naros is a trove. It's our coffers will thank us when we...
Lord Ferrara, valiant warrior, destroyer of Enfaminir, Duke of the Hylarans, protector of the Ring of Chiozai, discoverer of the island of Meropis, were he only to meet a better end.
There ain't no fish today, stranger. It's best you look elsewhere. Can't even look a fish in the face anymore. Not ever since I met that nymph. I've been a fisherman on... Used to be this, and now I'm just a man content. If they keep this up... Not much here anymore besides the Etin and myself. I've had the beasts of the wild scared her off. I bet you best stop. Go on now. I will ready my... except for the fishing. I first laid eyes on her from the cliff over. Please, find my nymph.
On fate does not seem to... But the Etin have hit us hard. I can promise you this, man. I'm here from a My research has tried... He's quite a hospitable man. If someone had a head... I came here
So brief his term among our court, so virile in his living. He is fervor embodied, he is vitality. He rescued Princess Luna to take as his own. King of Strand, Prince of Passion.
It's good you're here. Welcome to the ruins of Delos. Because for some reason you... Yeah, come with me. No, he died before his time. The Fae are simple. Far simpler than mortals. Shame, they tried to stay... You'd hardly realize that since then I'm hoping that the stone... In we go.
So simply Famor, so formidably bloody Bones. Once companion to Issa, now enemy to the court. Once lover of Era, then bringer of death. Now forever in decay, forever cursed, never to enter the great cycle, forever alone.
Hello. What do you need today? I told you. I will say no me. Come see me again. Hello. What do you need today? Come see me again.
Such antipathy between them, Ferrara and Famor. Ferrara filled with life in bloom, and the bloody bones with rot and scorn. How terrible is their grapple when they both meet their ends.
Thanks to you. When this plague shield runs out, I don't know what we'll do then. Well, on your way with you.
Yes?
Can I help you?
If you know which end to hold... I've got a sword or two. So long.
Interested in blacksmith? Anything or alchemy, come back anytime.
If you're buying goods in Didenhill, it's Cora... What? You mean Oleander's gone and got a tinder twig, which is easiest found in Ironhold Passage. Ah, fine specimens too.
Can I help you?
The waters of...
Sworn to war?
You're welcome in the keep. Dead? Each and every one? Good then.
Here to join then?
Ever seen a bear square off against boggarts?
Ever since this place was abandoned, strange beasts have moved in. Stay close. This place has been abandoned for so long that some Fate Weavers think it's just a legend.
Time for a drink. Time for a drink. Your future is
theater can show us the whole tapestry of fate, laid bare. We can do nothing to change it, or prevent its horrors. Well, most of us can't. After all those years of hiding in a bottle, it's good to see some action again. If only one last time. We're almost there. Or at least as far as I can take you. I've seen this. This moment. I'm sorry, my friend. This is as far as I can take you. I'm still alive. He was supposed to... Do you have any idea what you've done? What sort of power you're playing with? You absorbed everything he was, everything he would do. You changed the weave of destiny itself. Because of you, there are deeds he won't do. Children of his that won't be born. Victims that won't die when they were supposed to. Yes, I'm aware. But there's still no telling what damage you could do if you aren't careful. You're much more dangerous than I thought. We need to get you to the Theater of Fate right away. The Theater of Fate. I never thought I'd see it. We Fate Weavers never fully understood the power of this place. Seems there's a lot we don't understand. Gods, I should have brought another bottle. No surprise that Niskaru found its way to... With it, the Fae taught the Fate... Put your hands on the stone, and maybe we can find out... This temple was built by the Arathi, and it's been here as long... The legends say that they drew on ageless wisdom. The Niskaru are hideous creatures of chaos and corruption. They hated the Arathi, but unlike them... Thankfully, they've mostly been driven back from the Feylands, but you still find a few lurking deep underground. Just put your hand on the Destiny Stone. It'll show me where... Go ahead. Just touch... The Destiny Stone came apart at your touch. And all around you, the tapestry of fate, unweaving itself. And there at the core was the Codex of Destiny. The wisdom that the Fae used to help the first Fate Weavers understand the nature of the weave. Don't you see what this means? Yes, yes, it is. And from what I can tell, you're the one changing it. With every breath, you're changing how lives begin and end. The way the Codex of Destiny came to you out of the stone. That's got to mean something, too. But I'll be damned if I can read this thing. As dangerous as an open flame. You could help people or destroy them entirely. When you get involved, there's no grand cosmic plan. Only freedom, and all the dangers that come with it. And that means I owe you, Wait. What's that?
Purge the abomination! In the name of Godflaw! Attack!
Oh, this looks like some fun.
Who are you? How do we know you're not working with the Tuatha?
I don't care if you trust me. I'm much more interested in your friend here. You're welcome. I'm beginning to think that these Tuatha don't like you. Now, why do you think that might be? After all, someone who can change the fate of the world, who wouldn't want you? I'm not sure, but they're very well informed about your location. They came straight here from Didenhill, but they're not nearly as interesting as you. Especially now that they're dead. Now it's my turn. Why are you here? Ha! Knowing the future is for fools. Who reads the end of a book before it's time? Save your attention for the present. Like that codex you found? Our scholars thought those were all gone from the world. But you're just full of surprises. Good luck understanding it. That's Fey knowledge. They don't even have a written language. The stone is simply embedded with what they know, unseeable to mortals. Why worry about the little fish, when deeper... There's more to this than you understand. I don't have the answers for you, but I know someone who might. When you're ready, meet me at the House of Ballads. I'm sure the Fae would love to meet you. Be on your way.
We can't trust her. Never met a Docklefar who'd give me a straight answer, even with a sword at their throat. Present company accepted, of course. But she wasn't wrong about that codex. Just be careful doing anything Meanwhile, we can't just ignore the Tuatha that are tracking you. We need to do something about them. She said they came through Didenhill, didn't she? They don't belong in these lands, so they probably left a trail wide as an Eden's backside. Meet me there, and we'll track them down. Maybe we can find out why they're after you. Or at least how they can find you so easily. I've got some final rites to perform before... Good luck.
Well, look at what we have here. Truthfully, I never expected to see something about the giant hairy monster. Good to meet you. The name is Ray Kildene, purveyor of fine sagecrafting goods and friend to the House of Ballads. I've been out here for weeks. Getting in is the easy part. It's getting back out that will get you killed. Lucky for me, Wenson and his friends have their oratory out here. Whatever an oratory is. They've never let me inside. Sure, Wenson and me are close friends, like brothers. And he doesn't mind at all if I camp outside the oratory here. Just so long as I clean up my mess. Apparently he's a legendary knight of the House of Ballads, its ruler. But I've never seen him slay anything. He doesn't even own a crown. I don't call any one village or city home. No, I'm a wanderer. Actually, it's because my wife wants... If the two of you ever meet, don't tell her you found me. Please. It's a mystery to me. A while back, one of them dropped something in passing. They called it a cairn. I had it in my possession for one glorious night, before they pried it from my grip. Magic, I suppose. They don't seem to do much of anything on their own. I heard Wenson mention something about an echo stone, but I don't know what that is. Sounds like trouble to me. I'm not only... What? I thought... Honesty was appreciated.
When Hallam told me a mortal had taken the open seat, I did not believe him. But here you stand before me. Impressive. It is a pity about Sagra, a grand hero. But there's not time to raise the king's token in his honor. We need every hand carrying a sword for the coming battle. We've come to aid Sir Ferrara, our brother in the Court of Enchantments. It is time for his telling of the Ballad of Bloody Bones. It is a ballad of obsession and sacrifice, one of the summer's oldest. Bloody Bones was not always as a terror. No, he was once called Famor, a counselor to Isa himself. Sadly, he was driven by lust, and by his need to possess whatever he desired. Taking Lord Isa's lover, he fled with her to his hollow of Uduath. When the maiden was rescued, Isa cursed Famor. He could not die, and his soul would never enter the great cycle. He became an abomination, known only as Bloody Bones. Every few seasons, Bloody would emerge and steal away a maiden to make his bride. That is, until he took the beloved of Sir Ferrara. We are legendary champions at the telling, brought together for the purpose of ensuring Summer Court glory for seasons to come. Like all other Fae in the Western lands, I am a subject of the Court of Summer, our wise council of elders. They are responsible for the well-being of our kind. I do not speak of magic with a knowing tongue, but I do know that the persistence of Fae songs is eternally linked to the enchanted lore stones in which they exist. When mortals began to use magic to create, change, and even destroy their own lore stones, it was decided that the ballads of the Summer Court needed better protection. The cairns are a new kind of lore stone, Hallam's way of keeping outside influence from affecting our stories, from corrupting them as the days pass and seasons transpire. There is no need to kneel. Honestly, I wish I could do away with all this king nonsense altogether. The tragedy we face, it is not legend. It is real. It is now. Yes, I am the acting Wenson, but the true king has been gone for many seasons. I am the 5th such Fae to hold the title, and at times like this, I wish I did not. It is an amulet worn by all King Wensons in the telling. I wear it, as have all the kings who rose and fell at the mercy of the seasons. Only he who wears the king's token is worthy of walking in Wenson's stead, of singing the most important songs of the Summer Court. He is one who prefers action to discussion, a tempestuous firebrand who would rather pursue the mortal flesh than any other of life's mysteries. That is why his ballad is such a stirring one. Ferrara will always be the lovable rogue who finally chooses another over himself. Timeless is what it is. Few know the truth of the House of Ballads, that we are not the actual heroes of myth. Those knights have gone, passing into the cycle, or moving on to nobler adventures. However, it is our wish for the great songs to endure, that seasons of Fae would sing them before the fires. True power is in returning to what matters. So the House of Ballads was established, and worthy warriors were found to act in the roles of Wenson, Bellmaid, and the others. To tell these tales is a great honor. Ferrara went in pursuit of his nemesis, for Bloody Bones has emerged, poised to abduct a maiden to be his mistress. So goes his song. You will need to revive Ferrara after the battle. I can only assume Hallam would not have sent you unprepared for this task. Go to Ferrara, and quickly. When the two of you finish, I will await you at the House of Ballads in the north. Do be careful, Sagril. Uduath is northwest, on the shores of Ettenmere. It is sealed by a powerful spell, but Bloody's magic is weak, and you should be able to gain entrance. Good luck.
Come in. What do you need today? Goodbye.
What is it? What do you need? I'll be here.
Welcome to Gorehart. The post in Gorehart would be an easy one if not for all the thieves and murderers.
What do you need today? Come see me again.
Mortal? Is this Wenson's idea of humor? Well, you look hardy enough. Won't botch the tale of Bloody Bones too badly, I suppose. Still, I'm curious as to how Hallam expects you to bring me back from the edge of the Great Cycle. But that's his problem, not mine. They are Almain, settlers from the west, searching for a place to plant their flag. Poor creatures. I've never seen such terrible luck. Camped just outside Uduath, right in Bloody Bones' warpath. Better they had cut their own throats. A kinder fate. I've always known my place has been among the heroes of the court. What other outcome could there be for one so deserving of adoration? You dustlings have a similar concept. I believe you call it death. But there is no elegance in your mortality, no poetry. Those of my kind perish, only to have their magic pass on into the great cycle, where it returns in kind, reborn into a world that welcomes such new beginnings. The Duke of the Cursed Fomorians, slayer of Pombero and protector of the Mabinogi. But you may call me brother. I have fought with the lords and ladies of the Court of Enchantments for 3 seasons. My skills with the blade and in the bed know no equal. A close companion he was, a true brother in your mortal understanding of the word. I trusted him, I had to, as he played such a vital role in my most memorable song. Is there any other way to view the warrior who saves your life time and again? Let me be truthful with you, Dustling. I've never seen Bloody Bones act so erratically. He cares nothing for the story, as if he craves a different outcome. Instead of spiriting away a young mortal maiden, he took an entire camp, and I thought this ballad couldn't get any worse, considering my impending demise. Well, let's get... The hunt goes on. Kidnapped mortals have been here. Bloody makes his home. The hunt goes on.
I'm grateful, but I won't stand to be in this dungeon a moment longer. I'd rather...
Kidnapped mortals have been here for days. Their condition worsens, if they're still alive at all. Onward! Kidnapped mortals. The hunt goes on.
So the witch was right. Help has come from Sir Ferrara the Fair, who flounders in the puddles of Uduath. Such a champion should never lose his way, not in his own song. You, new knight, leave now, forsaking the last prisoners, and I will share with you my knowledge. How I came to change things. Stay, and you'll have nothing but corpses. Oh, I don't know who she is. I don't care. What concerns me is power. The power to end this pitiful design. In every song, the summer champion triumphs. His enemy falls. How long has this been the way of the telling? This existence. It is not a life. It is not a death. It is a snare in which I have struggled for centuries. No more. They are safe. But while mortals have no cares, they also have no time. I can keep them here in Uduath for as long as I wish, until they are but dust. That's true. My intent was never to do harm. All I want, all I have ever wanted was love.
Well done, Sagral. You have proven yourself worthy of the name. Hallam's trust in you was not misguided. I don't know what to make of Bloody's tale, but it has the ring of truth to it. We must return to Wenson and tell him what we've learned here in Uduath. Off we go then.
Glynel, I assure you it's an ancient codex, just like in the tales.
Intriguing. Why would such a thing be revealed to a child of dust?
And here I was beginning to think that you'd never show up. This is Glynel, lore master of the House of Ballads. Give the codex over to him, and he may have your answers. I'm a woman of many talents, and we're all taught that we must use our talents for the greatest good, right? The Codex of Fate is no simple lore stone. It's more subtle and complex than any mortal could comprehend, but a lore master of ballads may be able to interpret it. We are the charmed, the subtle, and the inspired. In happier days, we were the loftiest of the mortal races. We despise open war. But for decades, the Tuatha have been at war with us, pushing into our lands and forcing us to take up arms. A close friend once told me, strive to be whatever you want to be. Fate might be a lie, but if it isn't, then worrying about it won't change a thing. For a long time, they were content to keep to their play of the summer and winter courts. Now we fight Gadflow and the Tuatha for our very existence. Lionel's one of the greatest balladeers amongst the Fae, and the most learned lawmaster you'll find outside of Issa. And as it happens, he owes me a favor. The Fae do not have a written language, so their tales are their lifeblood, their history, and their future all in one. The House of Ballads is where they enshrine these legends and celebrate them time and again. The Summer Court, or the Seelie Fae if you prefer, embody the growth and energy of nature, but they can still be as aloof and uncaring as a brutal summer day. The current High King of the Fae is Titarian, the wisest of the Summer Court. While Gadflow has undermined the Winter Court, he tries to keep their cycle in balance. You haven't been around much, have you? The Tuatha have been pressing west from their home in Alabastra. Right now, they're only threatening my people. But if we fall, the Tuatha will turn their eyes to the other mortal races. The Tarian isn't quite what you'd expect from the High King of Summer, but he hasn't got the arrogance of his cousins, or their cheer. Ever since Gadflow killed the High King of Winter and started the war, the Tarian has become distant and melancholy, and blind to the dangers around him. The Tuatha are a radical sect of Fae within the Winter Court. led by Gadflow and his insane rants about their new god. They've taken power and declared war on mortals. They use raw Prismia to enhance their power, and their devotion borders on madness. But the most terrifying thing to the Fae is simply the fact that their siblings have changed so completely. The Winter Court, or the Unseelie, embrace the destruction and decay of nature. They aren't evil, but they aren't exactly the best of friends. Normally they share power peacefully with the Summer Court. But since the Tuatha have seized power, there is neither peace nor predictability. Lore Master Glional has devoted centuries to the study of lore and ancient Fae stories. The codex you found isn't just any lore stone. Just talk to him, and I'm sure he'll be able to shed some light on the issue. Be on your way.
You must be Lady Shear's friend. She speaks very highly of you. An occasion rare enough to be worth recording in its own right. But let's see this codex. The fabled Codex of Destiny. When the Fate Weavers formed their order, our High King gave his own wisdom to assist them. To have such knowledge in your hands is a tremendous gift, but why did it reveal itself to you? Nonsense. All children of dust have a story that is written before you see your first dawn. Now, I can only make out some parts, but this is odd. The Codex speaks of an exception, a void, an end to the endless. This is simply too much. The High King would never pawn such absurdity off as wisdom. I'm sure you think it is. I fear you must have been taken in by a forgery. A perfectly created one, perhaps, but a forgery nonetheless. But this codex speaks of impossible things, changes to fate, death of the immortals, and other heresies. To ascribe these lies to the High King would be... I'm sorry, but I must ask you to take it away. I will have no part in these lies. All of us in the Western Feylands are subjects of High King Tatarian. Our presence maintains the natural balance, bringing the green of spring at winter's end. We are the story that is told in every age, with different words, but the same meanings. We are the blazing summer and the brooding winter, forever following one another. We are as we have always been and shall ever be, no more and no less. He is an offense to our people. He upsets the natural order, and his war breaks the cycle. I will speak no more of him. As antiquarian, I'm keenly aware of the lesser ballads in Fae telling, and do my best to ensure that they're not lost in the wide river of time. I'm Keeper of the Echo Stone here in the House of Ballads. It has only come to us recently, but I find its purpose most fascinating. It is a new relic crafted by several of our most attuned Fae mages. Usually the notion of new repels me, but in this case, I can't help but feel a spark of curiosity. The Echo Stone can be used like a lore stone to experience past narratives, stories that have long since left the lips of their tellers. However, one can only use the Echo Stone if he has the right matching cairn, a magical key devised by Hallam the White himself. The role of the storyteller is the most important to the Fae in the Court of Summer. He watches the telling as it unfolds. His gaze is not on one ballad, but all of them. His wisdom is above us all, even the lords and ladies of the House of Ballads. The High King guides us in all the grand telling of the Fae. For you, tales are naught but a reminder of your inevitable decline. But for the Fae, our tales are eternal reminders of our truest selves. Here we celebrate the very heart of our kind. The greatest of our tales, reborn and relived. Every creature has its story. The wake it leaves behind in its travel, that is a telling. It is a narrative of defeats and victories that give every life meaning. Our Fae telling goes on from creation deep into the hidden end. Until then, we celebrate the small songs, the ones that celebrate the spring in which we find ourselves. Is there a meaning to it? Only its author could tell you. Do not bother me with such foolishness again.
Lionel spends his life cherishing old stories, but show him something truly new, and he dismisses it. Tragic. First of all, we ignore this fool. Most Fae aren't comfortable with change, and you are certainly something new. I'm afraid that only one person will really be able to help us with the Codex, the High King himself. It will be difficult. His court is in the city of Issa. Very few mortals are permitted in its gardens. I do know one individual who can grant you permission to enter, but you'll have to meet him alone. Nerulem is a private person, and he carries a grudge against me, although perhaps person isn't the right word for him, nor is him. You'll find him in southeast Dalantoth at Caer Nerulem. Just head towards the giant tree, and, well, you'll see. That codex isn't just a complicated lore stone. It seems to tell a tale most Fae don't want to hear, and created by High King Titarian himself, no less. Interesting. New. Pathetic. Nerulem is the oldest living mortal. He remembers the time before even the Fae called these lands home. You should see how they cherish him. He rarely grants an audience to visitors. His tenders say he knows the future as well as the past. It makes him very particular about what he says. We've known for a long time that Prismere crystals allow us to store and focus magical power. The gnomes use it in their grander inventions, when they can get it. But we have no idea how Gadflow got a hold of so much of it. It makes his Tuatha the most dangerous army I've ever seen. You'll have to meet him on your own. I'd accompany you, but Nerulem and I have our disagreements. Good luck with Nerulem, and ignore anything he says about me.